So what can we learn from other industries? What can we learn from the way that people are interacting? And how do we actually make sure that we modernize what it is that we do as great real estate agents? And I was thinking about this, about what we got to do in the digital environment. And one of the conversations that I have with so many real estate agents is, what are you doing right now to make sure that you're really building great relationships with all of those past clients? And we had moved to this whole conversation around this thing that we go to call an annual checkup. And the basic idea is that we pick up the phone and we ring the client. Hi Hannah, it's Josh Fegan. I thought I'd give you a quick courtesy call. Congratulations, you've owned your home for another year. How are things with you? How's your house? You're actually due for an annual checkup. That's where we pop out to give you a bit of an idea on what it's worth, so then you can make some better decisions for the future. And this was such a great idea. And the only challenge that we had was in execution, because real estate agents would claim that they're too busy, they can't remember the client, they don't really want to go and do the work. And I thought, well, what would actually happen if we can add a layer in terms of what we do in the digital environment? So what we started to think about was, why don't we just think about appointment booking technology, things like Calendly, that allow you to automatically connect that to your calendar and allows the client to automatically go and choose a time. And then imagine that you just went in and you found all of your past clients, find all people, for example, that have bought a property from you during this particular month. And then what you do is you just send them out a direct email and you send them out a direct SMS. Hi Hannah, it's Josh. Congratulations, you've owned your home for another year. You're now due for our new little service called our annual checkup. That's where I pop out to give you a bit of an idea on what it's worth, so then you can make some better decisions for the future. We'd love to come and see you. All you need to do is simply click on the link below to book in your time. It takes about 30 minutes or so. We'll give you an idea on what the house is worth, so then you can make those decisions. And ultimately they click on that link and all of a sudden they go directly, they choose what time they actually want. That automatically goes into your calendar. They get to add in their address detail and any other additional notes. And all of a sudden you wake up and you go and have a quick look inside of your calendar and you see that there are annual checkups that are already booked on the inside of your calendar. That's what great people actually do. They think about how automation can fundamentally go and change the game. Now you could go and do this in so many different ways, and we were starting to see agents even do this during the COVID era, that during lockdown conditions, that they were going back to some of their previous market appraisals. They're actually offering them to go and do a Zoom appraisal, where all they do is they click on the link, choose the time, and then automatically that goes into the calendar, creates the Zoom link, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you see that you've got 5 Zoom appraisals to go and do with clients. This is about thinking how to use technology in new and powerful ways. You know what, we could even do this for vendor reserve meetings. We could even do this for vendor meetings with clients that need to see us on a regular and consistent basis throughout the course of a particular campaign. The skill here is about thinking how we use technology in new and powerful ways to reduce our travel time, to be in a position that we actually operate in a very safe environment during COVID. But what's really important here is we start to think differently about how we can go to really work with our clients. I've even had an agent suggest to me that he's going to put that as a QR code on any of the DLs that he puts in letterboxes. So if someone wants to book in an appointment time with him, they literally scan in that QR code, go and choose that particular appointment time, and before you know it, everything actually happens in the back end of the diary. This is phenomenal technology, and it's getting us to think very differently about the way that we work in an era of convenience, where customers want to reduce the friction of having to ring you, leave a message, wait for you to call them back, wait for your assistant to have a conversation with them, wait for you to work out what you can and can't do in that diary, and instead actually create an opportunity where they can clearly select the time that's the most convenient to them. And the technology is that smart that it is only the times that you've actually got available that you're prepared for people to be able to choose inside of your calendar. Let's start to get into a position that you get really clear about what you can automate on the inside of your business for a bigger and better future.